timeline of communication technology prior to 20th. Prior to 3500 BC, communication was carried out through paintings of indigenous tribes. 3500s BC, the Sumerians developed cuneiform writing and the Egyptians developed hieroglyphic writing. 16th century BC, the Phoenicians develop an alphabet. AD 26 to 37, Roman Emperor Tiberius rules the empire from island of Capri by signaling messages with metal mirrors to reflect the sun. 105 Silun invents paper. 7th century, Hindu Malayan empires write legal documents on copperplate scrolls, and write other documents on more perishable media. 751 Paper is introduced to the Muslim world after the Battle of Talis. 1305 The Chinese develop wooden block movable type printing. 1450 Johannes Gutenberg finishes a printing press with metal movable type. 1520 Ships on Ferdinand Magellan's voyage signal to each other by firing cannon and raising flags. 1792 Claude Chappe establishes the first long-distance semaphore telegraph line. 1831 Joseph Henry proposes and builds an electric telegraph. 1835 Samuel Morse develops the Morse code. 1843 Samuel Morse builds the first long-distance electric telegraph line. 1844 Charles Veneti produces paper from a wood pulp, eliminating rag paper which was in limited supply. 1849 Associated Press organizes Nova Scotia Pony Express to carry latest European news for New York newspapers. 1876 Alexander Graham Bell and Thomas A. Watson exhibit an electric telephone in Boston. 1877 Thomas Edison patents the phonograph. 1889 Almond Strauger patents the direct dial telephone. 20th century. 1901 Guglielmo Marconi transmits radio signals from Cornwall to Newfoundland. 1920 radio station KDKA based in Pittsburgh began the first broadcast. 1925 John Logie Baird transmits the first television signal. 1942 Hedy Lamarr and George Antheil invent frequency hopping spread spectrum communication technique. 1947 Douglas H. Ring and W. Ray Young of Bell Labs propose a cell-based approach which led to cellular phones. 1947 Full-scale commercial television is first broadcast. 1949 Claude Elwood Shannon, the father of information theory, mathematically proves the Nyquist-Shannon sampling theorem. 1950 H. Esther Carlson presents the first photocopier suitable for office use. 1963 First geosynchronous communications satellite is launched, 17 years after Arthur C. Clarke's article. 1965 First email sent. 1966 Charles Cow realizes that silica-based optical waveguides offer a practical way to transmit light via total internal reflection. 1969 The first hosts of ARPANET, Internet's ancestor, are connected. 1971 Erna Schneider Hoover invent a computerized switching system for telephone traffic. 8-inch floppy disk removable storage medium for computers is introduced. 1975 First list servers are introduced. 1976 The personal computer market is born. 1977 Donald Knuth begins work on TeX. 1981 Hayes Smart Modem introduced. Nordic Mobile Telephone, the world's first automatic mobile phone, is put into operation. 1983 Microsoft Word software is launched. 1989 Tim Berners-Lee and Robert Kayai build the prototype system which became the World Wide Web as CERN. WordPerfect 5.1 word processing software released. 1991 Anders Olsson transmits solitary waves through an optical fiber with a data rate of 32 billion bits per second. GSM is put into operation. 1992 Neil Papworth sends the first SMS. Internet 2 organization is created. IBM ThinkPad 700C laptop computer created. It was lightweight compared to its predecessors. 1993 Mosaic graphical web browser is launched. 1994 Internet radio broadcasting is born. 1996 Motorola Startic mobile phone introduced. It was significantly smaller than previous cell phones. 1999 to 45% of Australians have a mobile phone. 1998 Lotus Notes software is launched. 1999 Sirius satellite radio is introduced. Napster peer-to-peer file sharing is launched. 21st century. 2001 First digital cinema transmission by satellite in Europe of a feature film by Bernard Pauchon and Philippe Binant. 2003 Apple launches the iTunes Music Store and sells 1 million songs in its first week. 2003 MySpace is launched. 2004 What would become the largest social networking site in the world, Facebook, is launched. 2005 YouTube, the video sharing site, is launched. 2006 Twitter, microblogging. June 7, 2010, in conjunction with the iPhone 4, FaceTime is launched as an iPhone constituent. 2015